Hi everyone, my name is Nick Util, and this is my dashboard presentation regarding tuberculosis. I am very interested in infectious diseases and decided to go through the World Health Organization Global Data Repository to see what data I could find for various infectious diseases. I chose tuberculosis considering this is a disease that can be fatal and still is very much an issue in the world today. Tuberculosis is caused by a bacteria that commonly attacks the lungs. However, it can attack other parts of the body as well. The bacteria spreads from person to person through the air, from the lungs or throat when a person breathes, coughs, speaks, or performs similar actions. Not every individual infected with the bacteria becomes sick, but if left untreated or not treated properly, it can become fatal. The World Health Organization Global Data Repository has an abundance of tuberculosis information regarding cases of TB and treatment coverage globally from 2000 to 2019. The World Health Organization organizes information by World Bank income groups, which include low income, lower to middle income, upper to middle, and high income. Additionally, data was available for World Health Organization regions, which include the Southeast Asia region, the Africa region, the Western Pacific region, Eastern Mediterranean region, Europe region, and Americas region. After looking through the data, I wanted to understand if socioeconomic status and geographic location play a role in global tuberculosis infection and treatment. So here in this top table here on the top left, we can see that the lower to middle income class has clearly the highest amount of tuberculosis cases, double the amount of the next highest income class, and this actually accounts for almost 60% of the total TB cases from 2000 to 2019. This income class had the most amount of TB cases each year during this 20-year period. And I will show you this here. You can see as we start going from 2000 to 2019, clearly pulls away from the upper middle class. You will also notice that the lower to middle income class had the lowest average tuberculosis treatment coverage from 2000 to 2018. And you can see that within this graph here on the top right. The lower to middle income class is highlighted here in blue. And in 2019, this lower to middle income class barely passed the low income class for treatment coverage in 2019. The lower to middle, and upper middle income class treatment coverage continued to increase from 2000 to 2019. As you can see, for the high income class, treatment coverage has been steady through this time period in the high 80%. And here in 2019, we see that the average tuberculosis treatment coverage is 87%. Now here, if we look at this second table here in the middle left part of the dashboard, the Southeast Asia World Health Organization region has the highest amount of tuberculosis cases during this time period, and had the highest amount during each year from 2000 to 2019. This Southeast Asia region accounted for almost 45% of cases globally. The next highest region includes Africa, followed by the Western Pacific, Eastern Mediterranean, Europe, and Americas. Here, if you look at the map on the lower left of the dashboard, we can see within the looking at the map, the blue circles designate the countries in the Southeast Asia World Health Organization region, and all other regions are identified in gray circles. We can see within the Southeast Asia region, India had the most cases with almost 60 million, followed by Indonesia with 16.5 million. Other countries not in this region with high amounts of cases include China, over 21,000, and the Philippines, over 10,000. And these are actually both in the Western Pacific region. Now, as I said earlier, over 1/3 of the world's tuberculosis cases are found in the Southeast Asia region. So we saw that in these low and middle income countries, tuberculosis is a high contributor to the death rate. And within these countries, drug-resistant tuberculosis is of high concern. Tuberculosis cases in middle to income countries are high in large cities where migrant populations are concentrated, specifically the poorest and most vulnerable individuals within these populations. Within these low and middle income countries, tuberculosis control and prevention policies are not properly implemented because there are poor or no standards and a lack of clear procedures. It is imperative to target the prevention and control efforts to certain populations at risk and further reduce tuberculosis rates globally. For example, healthcare agencies, community organizations, clinicians have a critical role in this tuberculosis elimination. Cases continue to climb globally, and many populations cannot receive the health care they require and deserve. Continuing vaccinations and continuing research regarding drug-resistant tuberculosis is of utmost importance. Procedures and policies need to be implemented and followed through in all these countries, especially in these at-risk countries, to protect and save individuals from this disease. Thank you very much for your time, and I will now take any questions.